and welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf, and of course I have robbery case to report. It seems like there are a lot of people start to, using this as their way of making money, because obviously we have been, like, for the past 2 weeks, we have seen quite a bit of a pattern of people, and we're not talking about a gang. These are like one person
individual
going in to, go shops or to the bank and single-handedly snap the cash.
And this happened right in the middle of Bangkok.
Exactly.
And actually, just only a week or two ago, we report like 3 incidents in one day.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, ever since that particular day until now, I have been seeing, I have seen quite a few. Now, they say that yesterday at Kasikorn Bank, Lat Prao branch in Bangkok. Lat Prao is actually right in the heart of, Bangkok. It's actually the happening at one point, because obviously there's some shopping malls as well. However, in this particular case, did not happen in the shopping mall, but still a big branch. As you can see there, a man wearing one of those masks that you normally wear if you're gonna cough, kind of thing, and this is and having with him the plastic bag, yellow plastic bag. What he did was he went in to the bank, Kasikorn Bank, and he actually showed the clerk, who was just by herself at the time, there was no customer, and show her a grenade. He has a grenade with him, and he said that I have a grenade, just hand me cash. So she ended up give him 128,000 baht, 320 baht in cash, put it in the bag. However, during his way out, obviously the clerk, after he left, shouted out and crying for help. So Kun Sompop Sang Usa, the messenger of one of the private company that actually happened to be at the bank at the time, ran after this particular person and hopped onto the motorcycle. Now, luckily, Kun Sompop were able to remember his license plate, and that was how the police were able to arrest him. He actually did this during noon, and by 5 p.m. the police were able to arrest Kun Jetsakan Trijitgun. Now, that particular person, obviously. Now they say that he lived around Dindang area, and he actually did this because he wants the money to just for spending, pretty much. They didn't talk about the gambling or anything, but they believe that it was just mainly for, lack of money and just, quick cash.
Out of desperation.
Exactly. So at this point, luckily, they were able to arrest this man. And Kun Sompop, the messenger, actually went on a chasing spree for a while with this particular robber, tried to kick the motorcycle, but, did not happen. However,
he's really brave, though.
Yeah, because the fact that he remembered the license plate, that's why the police were able to arrest this man. So just gotta, give him a salute there.
Good Samaritan. Move on to the next news. Another arrest the police made yesterday involved the drug trade. This is actually, why is it every time they arrest someone that involved in drug trafficking, it will be something also related to drug trade in the prison? That's
the thing. We're not sure if it's a good place to put prison anymore. It's almost like create a network for them. It's like less networking.
A lot of time that we heard the people confess to police that they start the drug trade or they expand their career in drug trade because they know more people when they got into jail. This case actually not that much different. This guy is 28-year-old Suriyo Chantara Mongkon. He got arrested yesterday along with the 7 kilogram of crystal methamphetamines and also 90,000 pills of methamphetamine, altogether worth about 30 million baht, along with his Mahasarakam license plate car. He actually just came out from the prison last year at the end of 2012 with the charge on drug possession also. And he got to know with a guy that he called Tân in Nakhon Ratchasima prison. And that's why he, when he came out of the prison, he started to build his new career as a drug trafficker for Tân in particular.
Right.
And while he was arrested yesterday, he was actually making a delivery of 50,000 methamphetamine pills to the client in front of Central Department Store, Rama 3 branch.
Right.
And 50,000 methamphetamine, he will get about he will get 30,000 baht as the fees for trafficking.
Right. I think this is one of the case where you combine various type of drugs and obviously make a big trade here.
Why these people, the drug lord or people they involved with the big drug trafficking, when they got arrested, most of the time they get convicted with life sentence or really long jail term.
Right.
But why they still keep trading? I mean,
well, because you apparently could do it within the prison itself.
But like then they wouldn't have a chance to spend their own money. Most of them just got life imprisonment.
Who knows? Maybe that could help them having a better life in prison. You know what I mean?
Right. True.
Right.
I mean, there's a way they can get cell phones and all that things. So
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Needed.
Networking indeed. Now moving on to another interesting news. Obviously, if you have heard this morning, very early in the morning, thunderstorm right here in Bangkok woke me up about half an hour before I supposed to, so that wasn't nice. However, at this point, other people actually have seen worst case, especially in Prachinburi province. Now, we report for many days now that Prachinburi has been hit pretty hard, especially Prajantakham district. However, yesterday there has been a report of even worse situation for them, very unfortunate, due to the fact that 51 people were actually suffering with food poison because they were eating all the donation food. However, it's probably due to the fact that the transportation and the way that it was kept is probably has gone bad during the time, and somehow these people did not know. So 51 people were sent to Prajantakham hospital, and at this point they say that 5 people were actually still in the hospital itself, but the rest were discharged already. So at this point, you're probably going to have to be a little bit more careful. But in terms of other places, in Robbery province, the Chaibadan district at this point have seen quite a bit of a increase of water due to the fact that water level in Pa Sak River has increased quite dramatically and gushing into the Chaibadan district. That also merged with the water from Vichianburi district and Sithep district of Phetchabun province. So this create quite a bit of the high level of water. So people have seen quite a bit of flood. Now in Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya province, obviously we have reported about it before, that a lot of the historical site has been trying their best to make sure that they are nicely guarded and make sure that they were able to have a fort and such, be able to defend themselves from water. However, the 700-year-old riverside fort or Pompet, at this point the main attraction of tourists, already expressed quite a bit of concern because the water was actually started seeping through over the sandbag that erected along the riverbank, which is at this point reached the ground of the fort already. So Ayutthaya province, the authorities are trying their very best to make sure that they prevent that from happening. However, there's also a report of one of the villagers in the area of Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya district found on his way into his house with the 50 centimeters high water.
Okay.
1 meter long, the alligator.
Oh.
Yeah. So that wasn't good.
Even though it's not a big one, but it's an alligator anyway.
Exactly, which could probably easily eat you. They believe that he was supposed to be about 5 kilograms at this point. The authorities were trying to catch this particular alligator, excuse me. Now, excuse me, the electrical and the EGAT, the Electrical Generation Authority of Thailand, at this point has also voiced their concern and trying their best to help with the situation. So they say that if you haven't been able to pay for electricity bill, they say that you do not have to pay within 15 days anymore. They extended it to 45 days because obviously some cases were not able to do so at this point because it's just hard enough to actually get yourself out of the house. However, the official also urged various authorities to still stay put because even though the tropical storm Wu-Tip is actually has been moved, died down a little bit already, there's still more water to actually to come. So at this point, the disaster prevention and mitigation offices in various provinces, especially in Ubon Ratchathani and Srisakhet, predicted that the flood levels will decrease over the next few days. However, this is due to the fact that they would drain water into Moon River, but if there's more of the water rainfall, that might not be able to happen. So you still have to brace for more of the flood water that would be increasing a bit in various parts because don't forget there's a flash flood as well to be look out for. So all in all, it's still not, sitting well, obviously. So be very careful, be prepared. Because flood everywhere.
I think it will be until the end of October until things calm down.
Yep, pretty much.
Next news, it's, I would say, heartbreaking.
Right.
And it's actually the result of the loophole in Thai law about how to treat the live animal that has been confiscated. Not just this case, this is about a little baby, not a little, 4 years old, it's actually still small anyway,
right.
4 years old, a baby elephant. But we heard so many cats so far that animal has been wrongfully treated. This particular elephant name is Tangmo. 4-year-old elephant was confiscated in Surin province at Ban Ta Klong Elephant Village in Surin in June 1st, 2012, which is more than 15 months ago. Due to the fact that the official said the owner, Mr. Netiwin Amonsin, doesn't have the right document to own this elephant. They said that description on the document didn't match the elephant itself. So that's why the authority decided to confiscate the elephant. So the authority is from the Department of National Parks, Wildlife and Plant Conservation, and they sent this particular elephant to the Thai Elephant Conservation Center in Lampang. So at the end of the day, 15 months passed. The owner didn't get press charges.
Right.
So he wants to get his elephant back. So he went to pick up his elephant and he was told by the veterinarian at the center that his elephant is actually really ill and probably have only 2 months to live. And it's actually paralyzed right now.
Right.
So right now, the owner, Mr. Netiwin, is trying to press charges against the Department of the National Park, Wildlife and Plant Conservation itself for wrongfully treated his elephant.
Right.
And he said this is the only one elephant he has. And mistreatment and left it to... He wasn't sure how exactly it happened, but he knows that during the term of 15 months, this is what happened to his elephant.
Right.
And right now, this particular elephant is at the elephant hospital in Lampang province. And it doesn't seem like it will only be
2 months left.
magical.
Right.
Only if this elephant will be able to recover, because right now it can't even stand on its own. That's why you see the sling all over. And it's only 4 months old.
Yeah, I think this is one other thing that we have to look into too, because once you confiscated live animal, if you don't have the staff that actually able to taking care of them. This is one of the problem, and obviously I think that the system was there so that to prevent people from capturing wild elephants, which is good, but afterward, after the confiscation, perhaps we need to have some measures in place before you actually, you know,
Remember,
end up with this kind of
we
cases.
reported the protest of the Mahout
Mahout.
in Ayutthaya province due to the law that the government trying to put out about. This is also about the confiscation of wildlife that specifically on elephant. So this is one of the problem. This news that occur from the loophole of the current laws, but it doesn't mean the new law would prevent it. It said it would give even more authority to the official to take the elephant away from the owners.
This is one of the things I think that, you know, if they have measure afterward, that's fine. Because I do not want to see people capturing wild elephant and then take it out on the street either, because we have to stop that from happening as well. All right, let's take a short break with that just heartening news. And we're going to come back with political news, so stay tuned.